Hello y'all, welcome back to another video of Haytoipa. This is episode 17, I believe. And today we are going to be working on a new part of the outer Lucasville. So Lucasville extends from here all the way around. This is just the heart of it. Where like the more like town central part of Lucasville is. This is like the suburban part. And then over here is the suburban part of the greater Haytoipa. So, there'll be mixed density here. And then over here will be some mixed density. I kind of have to still think about it. There's still a good amount of traffic going to here. For some reason. I think I need to put traffic right there. Seems like a lot of people are just getting slowed down to turn left. It's quite odd, isn't it? I can add a turning lane. But, I always get sidetracked with this where I try to fix traffic. That is not the purpose of this. The purpose is to take Lucas Parkway north and kind of reroute it to go up this way. Because as you can see, it goes along this terrain line. But then around here, it hits that harder part, so I'm just going to skip. It's right about here. Oh, phooey. That was not the angle I wanted it to be at. So remember, as long as I can get it below 7. 7 is fine. 7's pretty much below 7. Yeah, that sounds silly when I say that. Seems like it's just a very steep angle. So I'm going to take this road kind of just up here. This is going to be a lot more of a snaky road, because once it hits here, this is where it starts to get, well, no, it really doesn't get super hilly till there. But I think this is still a good part to implement a significant amount more of going up. Alright, since we're almost there, we're just going to take it straight up, and that's a 17-degree angle. Oh, so I was going to Linville Gorge for camping. This was a while ago, because I'm filming this a different time than when I went. But, I went to Linville Gorge for camping, and I saw this thing, and it said, steep angle. And I'm like, oh, wow, I wonder how steep of the angle it is. Is it like 15%? 10%? Is it 20%? Like, what is it? And then it said 8% steep angle. They had to put a warning sign for an 8-degree angle. Which makes me think, I have 20-degree inclines in my city. What does that constitute? Like a caution, super duper dangerous. Never drive on this road. It is such a steep road. Like, I didn't even know that there was, like, that much. Where's Lucas Parkway? So this is going to be Lucas Parkway North. Yeah, there we go. Now all I've got to do is continue going with my grass all the way up here. And then I can connect Lucas Parkway. I guess, is that west? No, why does it continue to be part of that? It's a different street. There used to be this way you could, like, reroute which street was which street. Okay, then... Okay, I have... Let's see. What are the different Lucas Parkways? I've got Lucas Parkway West here. What is this, then? So I've got... So let's see, I've got West, Main. Well, I have two Wests, I think. Oh, that's West. I've got West, West, this is not making any sense. So I've got the main road, I've got West. Okay, so I'm going to make this... This road can be... This can be Lucas Parkway North. We can have this as Lucas Parkway Northwest. And since we already have Lucas Parkway North, we could just say that North goes like... Yeah, I'll have this as Lucas Parkway North still. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, I can just... Lucas Parkway South. North, I meant. Idea. When I was blowing my nose, I had a great idea. That is the northern Lucas Parkway. This is the southern Lucas Parkway. Yes. So I have south, north, west. I don't really have an east yet, so I'll have to build an east eventually. Here, that was already a roundabout, yes. Good, good, good. Alright, so we're going to today build this little area. So let me unpause that, put it up to 3 times speed. I'm trying to get to my goal is for all the medium density areas to be done with their traffic nightmare by 2030. By 2030, there is to be no more traffic nightmare. I think I started the city in like 2026 or 2025 in game. So I'm trying to see if I can manage that properly. Or not manage it, so if I can... I forgot what I was going to say now. Hey. Alright guys, I got a little camping tip for you. So, if you guys ever are on a camp out and you have like bacon grease or something, dig a pit into the ground. It doesn't have to be super deep. The deeper you dig it, the better. But you should dig it pretty deep. Sometimes you'll hit roots and stuff. I'm sure there's like a guideline for it on like how far you should dig it, but I'll just tell you what I have in my experience. So dig it down as far as you can, and then once you've done that, wait for the grease to cool and pour the grease in the pit and then bury it. This also works with like oils and stuff. Now, I would only do this if you're camping. If you're at home, there are these, like, bags you can find. And you can buy these bags, and they will, like, solidify the grease for you. Because you never want to pour grease down your drain. It'll clog it. And you never want to pour it in your trash can. Because then it will just solidify in your trash can. And also it'll attract animals to it. Like little raccoons. So you want to do that. So only dig a pit when you're camping, but what we did on the camp out was we dug it like right next to our cooking center, which isn't the most ideal. Usually you would want to go pretty far away, not super far away. Just make a little bit of distance between you and the grease pit. Because certain times animals will come looking for it. Because it's going to smell like grease. And that grease comes off of food usually. Or still has some food in it. So you want to make sure that you go a little further away. Now, I have heard stories where it will, like, start burning roots and stuff. Which, I don't know how true those are. But I will tell you that when tree roots burn, they can burn for, like, a year. Or multiple. Like, sometimes there'll be, like, wildfires and stuff. I don't know if other parts of the world have this, but here in North America, in like California and Montana, and probably really any U.S. state that has wildfires, the wildfire will burn, but not just burn the trees, it'll also burn the roots of the trees. So it'll go down there, and even once they extinguish the fire on land, it'll still be burning underneath, but they can't really tell that. Like, they can't pull all of the dirt up and extinguish every root. So usually they'll just leave it. And sometimes it'll keep burning and then it'll come back like a week later. Or even like a month or more later. And why did it... Phooey. They renamed this to Lucas Parkway. Or it renamed that. For whatever reason. Anyway, so that's a helpful tip. I'm actually going to make a little bus line for here so people can, like, have their bus take them around different places. So I'll add them into the parks, to these. So first, let me mark each one of the schools. So we can have... Alright, a bus there, a bus stop there, and a bus stop here. Then it'll come up this road to here, then to there. Or it can then drive down this road. Where are the other, like, schools and stuff? I swear I have more than one elementary school, I thought. Ah, yes, I do. How full are these elementary schools? Not that full yet. So after coming down this way, let's see. 1 and 2. Ah, yes. So after coming around this way, it'll come through the roundabout, back down. And then it will go to school 1 and school 2. It can go take a right. Seems like a good route. Or no. Yeah. I'll take a right. Down this road. No, it shouldn't need to come down this road. Okay, so the bus will actually take a left turn. Around here. And it'll have a stop by the high school. And then by the elementary school. So then it'll come out, drive onto this main road again. Come up to here. Ooh, this is confusing. Because there's 2 more large parking centers I want bus stops to be on. Here and there. This can be a bonus if we can have a stop there. So let's just start with the more... Oh, wait. Alright, so let's create a route. Add a point there. Add a point there. Add a point there. Add a point, add a point. Turn around. Go directly to the high school. Oh, I thought I did add a point at the high school. Okay. How's this gonna work? Alright, that works. It goes to there. And then, how would it get to there? Okay, just make a U-turn. So instead of making a U-turn, it's gonna come across there. Still make a U-turn, but to there. And then, how does it... So what if I then put a roundabout in? I don't think they'll U-turn still. They might, but they shouldn't. Alright, so this can be... Do I already have, like, a color for this region yet? Let's see. Do I have a color? So it's not red. Red's over there. I think it's... Oh, this is the orange part? No, I thought orange was over here. Okay, I see red. And I see... Still red. What train color is that? That's a red train color. Over here, I decided to be like a grayish color. Let's look for the subway lines. Doesn't matter yet. Train lines, yes. Okay, that's a red train. So over here is red. I guess all of this is red. So this is that orange color. Also, according to the web, or not the web, but according to here, there's a lot of traffic. I can confirm that is true. So I will buff up these lanes. I'm just going to do a general increase. Just for better speeds. Alright, let's see. How well does that work? And then, actually, I don't think I need... I can try to do that. See if that fixes some things. So I'm actually going to take a road from here like that and just bypass the little intersection. Still a lot of traffic. Alright, let's just try to see if I can get this traffic here to fix up. While that's recalculating and calibrating everything. I'm going to bump this down to a 3-lane road. And then I'll bump this down to a 4-lane road. So that these trucks can have an easier time merging in. You know, never mind. It can still be 4 lanes. Just if anybody uses this, it'll be harder for them to merge in. Ooh. Traffic goes to there. Why? To get to the different medium density areas. Of course it does. That's fine though. Quick update. This international airport is doing very well. I still need to connect this to Hayden Road properly. But I will... I mean, it is connected to Hayden Road, technically. Just not very well. That's it. Hayden... There we go, Hayden Road is... It is connected to Hayden Road, just not the best way to say. It's not the best. It's not terrible, though. Alright, let's get back to this part. I'll make this episode... I'm trying to make this episode like 30 minutes. Hopefully I can paint all of this in the next 30 minutes. What is this? Is this European? Okay, phooey. Let's get that like that. The rest of this can go into there. And then these European houses, I can just put that back in like that. Simple. Pardon me. Simple. The bus, or the public school isn't down to like here. Or the elementary school isn't. Where's the elementary school? There it is. Yeah, it's not all the way down to there. So I think I'm going to make a bus route for here. You may ask, Hayden, why are you building bus routes now? Well, it's because my areas are getting very large, and I learned this from other YouTubers. Their name is Streetcraft. Shout out to them. They teach me a good amount about road infrastructure. And from what I have learned from them, and other sources, of course, just that's my main source. Cars are really inefficient. If you think about it, some people, even these like 4 or 5 people cars that can like fit like 4 or 5 people, are taking up, can only be or sometimes only have like 1 person in them. And even then, a 4-person car is bigger, like a lot bigger than 4 people. It's even bigger than like 8 people. If you count like trunk space and engine. Like, see, they're going to be like 1 or 2 cars, people parked here, and the people driving here on that road. But if I go to my pedestrian center, that's not a very good example. Where is it popping? Yeah, look at this. That's like 6 people on each side for the same size. And this isn't even a maxed out road. I've seen like 100 people side by side. So it's a lot more efficient with space. Like, think about it. Do they really have traffic jams before cars? Not really. It's pretty new. Traffic jams are a newer thing. Sure, in like some super crowded situations, they would have traffic jams. But traffic jams didn't used to be an everyday occurrence. Now people have to plan their whole day around, oh, I've got to leave work early or else I'm going to get stuck in traffic. It's not how you speak. Anyways, I am going to put... thought I put a bus stop there. Okay, so the bus is going to start from here, go down, 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 come through the roundabout, take a right here, have a bus stop right there, keep coming, go all the way down to here, where it'll make another bus stop, another one right here, and then I'm going to have to input traffic into this area, I guess. Yeah, that's the word for it. I'll have to allow traffic to go through here. Let's see, can I turn any of these into better intersections? Not really. Okay. So then it'll make one loop there, and then I can make a second loop for up here. Wait, do these people also not have a dedicated school? Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely need to extend it to over there. So I'll have it stop at a few parks. Oh, really? I thought I could stop, like, on... No, the bus stop. Let me just move this bus stop right here to right there. Alright. Yeah, that's the way I wanted it to be. Alright. Okay, I got that to there. I'll have it then stop back there and turn around to there. Alright, so I got one area done. So now instead of these people having to drive all the way to here, all they'll have to do is drive to here. Let's see. Why is there so much traffic here? Oh, lots of people crossing the road. Alright, I will have to unfortunately eliminate a few crosswalks for the efficiency of traffic. I will then also put in bus stops going like this, every other road. We can then come around here. It'll take a left. Do I allow? Okay, I do allow for crosswalks there. It'll come through here. And then it can finish. Why isn't it? There we go. Okay. that too. Oh. There we go. Oh. Why is it not? Buoy. Create route. Add waypoint. Add waypoint. Add waypoint. Oh, Fooey. Add waypoint. Add waypoint. So it can then turn around and come through. Hold on. Where is it last? Okay, it was last there. So I want it to come out through here, left turn, down this road, all the way through, and up. What's the way it went? It doesn't go into the highway, does it? No, there's a U-turns down there? What? Oh, so it really doesn't allow left turning, okay. Complete route. Alright, finally the zone that we were supposed to be working on. Let's see. First off, I need to de-zone these houses. There we go. Alright, so let's see. Does it have enough? How is crime? I did think that we do need a prison. So next episode I will be building a prison facility. But that's not yet. There's a good amount of police stations. How about fire stations? I could use a few more watchtowers. There we go. Hopefully none of these buildings spontaneously combust. If they do, though, we'll be partially ready. I'm also going to put a secondary helicopter facility all the way up here. How's this airport doing? Oh yes, I also need to build an office park. Okay, that'll be my next few videos. So I'll be building a prison and offices. But first, let me just make sure all this is good. Oh, I didn't even get mail to here. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about mail. Did I get all the space? Alright, I think I got mailboxes to everywhere. I mean, there it's going to struggle with mail a little bit. You know, how's traffic doing over here? Pretty good. Alright. Oh, this is becoming a 40-minute video. Food. Alright, we're going to get electricity to here. And then we're going to just finish up the bus lane, which I will do off camera because it's not very interesting. And I will call that the end of the episode. So this has been Haytoipa Part 16, and I'll see you in the next video.